Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. Today, we're going to be talking about Woodie and why Woodie recently just became potentially one of the higher class characters, or higher tier, I should say, higher class. And so, in this case, we all know it's because of the skill tree. So, if you don't know what happened, Clay went around and said, you know what? This Wilson update, which we knew was probably not going to stick to just Wilson, where they released a skill tree for Wilson, was now being released for every single character in Don't Starve Together. That's right. So every character in DSD is now going to be receiving a skill set, or so we think. People believe that potentially characters like Wes might not receive anything, but I highly doubt that. I don't think they're going to leave Wes behind. Now, if we go to the skill tree, we are able to see multiple different things that we're able to get. One of those are obviously something that makes Woodie even more amazing than any other character, and a few of those are obviously things that you really can't look past. So let's talk about those real fast. Okay, wear forms last a little bit longer. Obviously, probably one of the better things because we've known before that wear forms are pretty good, especially when you're in the goose form and you want to run around and explore the entire ocean. From there, you can even go any further than that. And of course, you can do things like take no penalty or sanity penalties for eating Kitschy Goose. And then, of course, you can do things like better attacks, random teleportation, so on and so on and so on. These are obviously really good. I wouldn't say they're the reason why I'm talking about why Woodie just got even more amazing. Now, keep in mind, these are still good things and obviously can help a lot and so on and so on. But the things that really make it actually better are under the lumberjack category, and this is why I've maxed them out. Collect stuff a little faster. Collect stuff much faster. What that means is if you go up to anything, and you can go basically press spacebar and collect things extremely quick. This is amazing because it obviously does things within almost half the amount of time that it did before, which of course, if you use a mod called, for example, Quick Pick mod, you would realize that this really makes a huge difference. It might not in the long run if you're exploring the map and you've already have everything ready to go and you have a million resources, but at the start of the world, it can really make your character super awesome, especially when you're playing DST for the first little while and you're trying to get a character that obviously is easy to survive with and potentially can get you a little bit of a base a little bit faster than others. And, you know, we all know that you can pick up stuff quicker and you can obviously chop trees really fast because you are playing as Woodie. So, you know, Woodie's able to chop trees faster. And basically with Lucy means that you don't have any durability on your axe as long as you're holding Lucy. And yes, so on and so on and so on. So pretty much all around, Woodie is a great character for gathering resources and beginning to make a base. Otherwise, you can also do things like carve boards more efficiently. And of course, doing things like hardwood hats. That's something that you can now make as Woodie, and of course a wooden walking stick. What am I talking about there? Yes, I'm in creative mode, so that's why I'm able to show you these things. Wooden walking stick, and of course a tiny little wooden hat, which honestly is pretty amazing. I think I've shown in the previous video comparable to, let's go ahead and show it real fast just so you can see, just a regular old little football helmet is only 80% protection. And of course, it does give you waterproof, but whatever about that. This gives you 70% protection. Phenomenal. I would have expected this to maybe give you 50% protection, but 70% protection is insanity when you really think about how it doesn't really use much resources at all. If we go back to here, you can kind of see the resources that it uses. Lucy has to be in your hand, 6 logs and 1 pine cone. The easiest resources to get of all. Now, the walking stick, of course, just requires charcoal, which is even more easy to get. So really, these resources basically are so easy to get, you can make unlimited. Now, the walking stick, of course, does not last forever. The more you use it, the more you hold it. It only lasts for about 4 days. Of course, you can see that with Insight, but it gives you a 15% walking speed boost. Pretty awesome for an early game walking cane, comparable to basically having nothing. You know how I always complain about walking and Don't Starve Together? This obviously has made things so much easier. Well, a little bit easier by now having a character that can literally feed you a little bit of a speed boost, which is pretty amazing. So Woodie now has the ability to make a walking stick, a hardwood hat, of course pick up things a lot quicker, and you go down further in the list and things get even more spicy. So for example, you can go through things like, you know, the affinity list and unlock more things and all that other stuff. And of course, you can even make a tree guard little idol, which will trigger tree guards around you and do things like do more damage to tree guards. And of course, that helps a little bit too. Now, these are not the things that I would really focus on. However, if you are trying to farm tree guards for any reason, for example, if you want to get a bunch of living logs really quick or whatever, this will help you do that by getting those idols. So you now quick pick things, basically, any type of resource. You can chop fast, which has always been Woody's thing. You can, of course, take your hardwood hat and make a million of them, thus making your survival a little bit easier. You can make a walking stick to make you faster. And of course, if you're inside of a different form, you can actually make your idols last quite a bit longer. And, that's like honestly pretty cool. I mean, I don't really see any reason why, you would really want anything else. But yeah, so I don't know. Like you might think of something different. If you do, let me know. But let's be honest, it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I don't think that there's any other ways that I would really have taken the insights. Of course, I still have 2 left to play around with. I haven't chosen what I want to do yet. But yeah, so I mean, that's my take on Woody now, getting even more better than before. Now, there was 2 other ones. Of course, we know Wormwood got an update, and of course, Wilson already had the update, and of course, we had Wolfgang too. So I'll talk a little bit about those characters as to why they got a little bit better. But for now, Woody has really moved up quite a bit, and so much so that Woody was already a decent character before. So I think they're trying to push certain characters back up on the tier list. So congrats, Woody. You made the tiers. I don't know if I would really classify him as S tier just yet, but definitely bumped him up a spot, comparable to how before. And you tell me in the comments what you think, because I think Woody got a lot better. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.